Hi guys, John Conlett here. Today I'm just going to bring you through a quick video on how to redirect using WordPress. Okay, so I have my Chrome browser open here, and what I've done is just taken a few notes so as I don't get lost going through the video or ramble on as I would do. Just as a bit of background, with WordPress, there's lots of great plugins for redirection, and that's actually what we're going to look at. But what you can do is you can do a redirect using what's called a .htaccess file. That's Apache. What that can do is do a redirect before it ever loads WordPress. I would suggest doing that if you were doing things like redirecting an entire site from one place to another. So for example, let's say you had all your blog posts in a blog folder. So basically, like, johnconlett.com is my domain, /blog / and I could have like 100 posts in there. So if in the morning for some reason I decided, no, actually I want to move them to the root domain or something like that, as in take them out of the blog folder, it would be a lot of work to use a plugin to do that, and it wouldn't be as efficient as if you used a .htaccess file. It would be just one line would redirect everything that was there back to your homepage, so you wouldn't have the dreaded 404 errors. But today what we're going to do is we're going to look at the easy way of doing it, which is to use one of my favorite plugins. So we'll get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my WordPress site. Okay, it'll take a few minutes for this to load up. So put in your username and password. Nice long password there. Actually, in another video what I might do is show you a great way to secure your site, so that people can't actually even get into this part of your website, into the dashboard at all. It uses .htaccess files as well. There's lots of different plugins actually for security, and I would advise putting one on. But what I tend to do is, if I don't have extra users on the site, like most WordPress sites would have maybe multiple users who will be blogging on the site. But for my own sites, I'm the only one who has access to them. So what I can actually do is lock down access to my IP address, which means nobody else can get access to the back end. They can't even try and log in. So I'll show you that in another video. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at installing my favorite WordPress plugin. So what we're going to do is go down to plugins, and we'll just click on that, wait for that to load up. And what we can do then is search for new plugins. So this is actually search for installed plugins. So what we're going to do is click on add new. It's a mistake I often make, is searching there and going, oh, where is this plugin? But I'm actually searching the ones I've previously installed. So I'm just going to put in redirect. I'm going to search for that. Now the name of the actual plugin that I like is called Redirection. So, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you some of the other options, because there's great plugins here. They all do things a little bit different. Some are better for some jobs and some are better for others. And I've tried a few of them, but my favorite is actually Redirection is the name of it. It's been around a long time, and they keep it up to date regularly, and it has a lot of cool little features, I think. Now again, like, you can look at something like this, Peter's login redirection, 5 stars, maybe it's way better, but for me, redirection, and I'm going to install that now. And what I'll do is I'll show you some of the things that I actually like about it as well. Okay, so it's after downloading the zip file, it's unpacking it, and it'll install it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the plugin. And what I'll do is I'll just bring you through some of the options and show you why I like it and how to actually redirect a page. Again, a lot of these WordPress plugins, once you learn the quirks of it, or once you get used to it, then it kind of becomes your go-to plugin. Okay, so it would be under Tools and Redirection. Okay, I mean, the user interface might not be the most modern one out there, but the idea here is that what you can do is simply redirect from one page to another. So for example, Okay, so I just want to get johnconleth.com/my test. We'll say I made a post and I deleted it and I don't want to use it anymore, but I found a lot of people were visiting it. I can, once I've deleted the post, I can redirect from that URL to the homepage, which is just / because it means johnconleth.com / and I presume with source URL I can actually do / my test, but I've never done it and I'm not going to test it here now. So I'll just do add redirection. Okay, now it's after adding that, it's put in 301. That's a permanent redirect, and you'd want to do that unless it is something that's actually temporary, which I think is 302. And you can change some of those settings here. And like, for example, it's trying to do, I won't say it's regular expression, but it's trying to match if it was a 404, for example, and stuff like that, to see if it could redirect that. So there's lots of, that's done now. So if we go to, for example, if we go to johnconleth.com / oops, typo. Now it's after redirecting to my homepage. So that worked perfect. I think actually if we go back to this page again, it should have said 1 hit. Yes, it has. So it's already noted that somebody has been redirected, and that's one of the reasons I like this as well, because it gives you an idea. You know, if you had that redirect there for a month and it was 0 hits, you know, nobody's visiting that page and you're safe to delete the redirect. There's lots of different things, and you can add them to different groups and enable or disable different modules. Some of the things I like are the log, so you can look at the log file and get a full list of all the people who have been redirected. Again, I think that's great from the point of view of if you have redirects that are not being used, you can actually get rid of them, clean them out. Or if, for example, the 404s, another great one, what it does is it keeps a log of all the 404s. So basically, if you did create a page, my -test was a blog post, and you had it there for a while, and then you deleted it and you carried on about your business, and then one day you came in here, clicked on the 404s to see was anyone, was any pages missing, and there was a huge amount of traffic to that page. Then you could say to yourself, oh Jenny, there's a lot of people missing out on content here, and you can actually, it won't let me do it now because there's no 404s, but you can actually click on one of these 404s and add it as a redirect, so that people will be redirected to your homepage or to another post. And I like the fact that you can do that without ever having to type anything, so you just click a button and it does the redirect, which is great. So that's it. That's how you do redirection in WordPress. I like this plugin. Again, you can use any of the other ones, but for me it just has a lot of kind of expansion to it. You can do a lot of things with the modules and stuff, but it's still very simple, so you can just do a redirect. I do use other ones for kind of you know, if you wanted to do cloaking, for example, where you'd load a page in iframe and stuff like that. I use other plugins for that, but for this one now, I just like how much there is to it. Okay guys, that's my little video on how to do redirection in WordPress. I hope you enjoyed it. I have lots of tutorials like this on johnconleth.com, so why not pop over to the website and see if there's anything else that you like. Alright, cheers, bye.